The Great Chilean Earthquake, also known as the Valdivia Earthquake, occurred on May 22, 1960, and is considered to be the most powerful earthquake ever recorded, with a magnitude of 9.5 on the Richter scale. The Valdivia earthquake lasted for about 10 minutes and caused widespread damage to southern Chile. The Great Chilean Earthquake triggered a series of tsunamis that affected coastal regions across the Pacific Ocean, including Hawaii, Japan, and the Philippines. Valdivia earthquake was responsible for the deaths of 5,000 people. However, the Great Chilean Earthquake is considered insignificant compared to China's Shaanxi Province earthquake, which caused 830,000 deaths on January 23, 1556. The Shaanxi earthquake is the deadliest earthquake in recorded history. After the recent deadly events in Turkey and parts of Syria, the devastating effects of earthquakes made headline news once more. A magnitude 7.8 earthquake hit the region on February 6, 2023, killing at least 40,000 people. The earlier quake was followed by a magnitude 7.5 event 9 hours later, as well as more than 200 aftershocks. Welcome to Isle of Knowledge. Today, we'll be diving into the fascinating and often mysterious world of earthquakes. The Earth's crust is not a solid, unchanging surface. It is made up of numerous tectonic plates that float on top of the molten rock of the mantle. Tectonic plates are massive pieces of the Earth's crust and uppermost mantle that make up the lithosphere. There are two types of plates, oceanic and continental, with different compositions. These plates constantly move, collide, and shift, which can create stress and pressure within the Earth's crust. The movement of these plates is driven by convection currents in the Earth's mantle. Earthquakes are one of the effects that can occur as a result of the movement of tectonic plates. When tectonic plates move, they can sometimes get stuck, causing stresses to build up in the surrounding rocks. Eventually, the stress becomes too great, and the rock breaks, causing an earthquake. The place where the rock breaks is called the earthquake focus, while the point on the Earth's surface directly above the focus is called the epicenter. The severity of an earthquake depends on several factors, including the size of the area over which the stress has built up, the type of rock involved, and the amount of stress that has built up. Large earthquakes can cause significant damage to buildings and infrastructure, as well as trigger landslides, tsunamis, and other secondary effects. Seismology is the study of the behavior and characteristics of earthquakes. As per the seismologists, countries located in seismically active regions are vulnerable to earthquakes. Sadly, due to their location on or near tectonic plate boundaries, countries like Chile, Japan, Indonesia, Nepal, Haiti, and Turkey are vulnerable to earthquakes. Scientists use devices called seismometers to measure earthquakes, which detect and record the vibrations caused by an earthquake. Seismometers typically consist of a mass attached to a fixed base, and a recording device that measures the motion of the mass. When an earthquake occurs, it generates seismic waves that travel through the Earth's interior and can be detected by seismometers. The record produced by a seismometer is called a seismogram, and it shows the time, duration, and strength of the earthquake. By analyzing the seismogram, scientists can determine the location and size of the earthquake, as well as the types of seismic waves that were produced. Seismometers are located all over the world and are connected to a network called the Global Seismographic Network, GSN. The GSN allows scientists to quickly share and analyze data from earthquakes that occur anywhere in the world. This data is used to better understand earthquakes and to improve earthquake prediction and mitigation efforts. The Richter scale is a numerical scale used to measure the magnitude, or strength, of an earthquake. It was developed in the 1930s by Charles F. Richter, a seismologist at the California Institute of Technology. The Richter scale is a logarithmic scale, meaning that each increase of 1 unit represents a tenfold increase in the amplitude of the seismic waves recorded by a seismograph. For example, an earthquake with a magnitude of 5 on the Richter scale releases 10 times more amplitude than an earthquake with a magnitude of 4. The scale is open-ended, meaning that there is no upper limit to the magnitude of an earthquake that can be recorded. However, very large earthquakes, those with a magnitude of 9 or greater, are extremely rare. Scientists predict earthquakes by using seismic monitoring, ground deformation monitoring, animal behavior studies and geochemical monitoring. In seismic monitoring, scientists monitor seismic activity to look for patterns and changes in the movement of tectonic plates. By analyzing data from seismic networks, researchers can identify areas that are more likely to experience earthquakes. In ground deformation monitoring, they use satellite-based techniques like interferometric synthetic aperture radar to monitor changes in the Earth's surface. Ground deformation can be an indicator of strain accumulation in the Earth's crust, which can lead to earthquakes. Some scientists believe that animals may be able to sense changes in the Earth's electromagnetic field, and may exhibit unusual behavior prior to an earthquake. Researchers have studied the behavior of animals such as dogs, cats, and even fish to try to predict them. Geochemical monitoring is the way scientists monitor changes in the chemical composition of groundwater and other fluids to look for signs of seismic activity. Changes in gas emissions or mineral content can be indicators of stress changes in the Earth's crust. While our understanding of earthquakes has significantly improved over the years, accurately predicting the timing, location, and magnitude of the next big earthquake remains a challenge. Despite this, it is crucial that we continue to invest in earthquake research and preparedness efforts, as earthquakes can have devastating effects on communities and infrastructure. By taking steps to educate ourselves, prepare our homes and communities, and support scientific research, we can minimize the impact of earthquakes and save lives. Remember, the key to earthquake safety is preparation, so let's do our part to stay informed and ready for the next big one.
Thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing, which means a lot to me. I love to see your thoughts in the comment section.